We continue to see a surge in activities by the Ukrainian Air Force, especially in the Russian regions of Kursk, Belgorod, and Bryansk, which shows that Ukrainian fighters are operating there unchallenged. Ukrainian MiG-29s continue to strike across all fronts, taking out Russian positions in Bryansk with AAS, MHAMMER bombs. Ukrainian Air Force combat aircraft executed a bombing strike on the Russian Pogar checkpoint in the Bryansk region. A video of the operation was shared on the Sonyashnik Telegram channel associated with the Armed Forces of Ukraine. The strike was carried out by a MiG-29 fighter jet, targeting a building with enemy personnel. The fighter jet deployed 2 French-made AASMHAMMER high-precision air bombs. The video shows the building being almost completely destroyed after 2 direct hits. A Ukrainian reconnaissance drone monitored the facility, recording the strike's accuracy and the resulting damage. In addition to Russian military personnel, who were frequently moving through the area, sabotage groups and attack drones were also reportedly observed at the site. While the exact location of the strike was not disclosed, based on the published footage, analysts from the Dnipro-Osint Harbuz group identified the target as the Russian Pogar checkpoint in the Bryansk region. The number of eliminated Russian invasion troops remains unknown. The Ukrainian Defense Forces continue to perform active bombing strikes on enemy positions across various directions. Recently, Ukrainian aviation also targeted enemy personnel in the settlement of Hoptarivka in the Kursk region. Based on the footage, the strike was likely executed using 3 small-caliber air bombs, such as the US-made GBU-39SDB small-diameter bomb. All 3 bombs struck separate targets almost simultaneously. Ramzan Kadyrov accused Ukraine and its citizens of the attack on a police post in Chechnya. TASS reported on this, citing the head of Chechnya. During his speech to representatives of the Chechen law enforcement agencies, Kadyrov emphasized that Chechens were involved in the attack on the road patrol post in Ochkoy Martin, and a Ukrainian citizen coordinated them. Furthermore, on his Telegram page, he wrote that the coordination of the attack took place from Turkish territory, from where a group recruiting Chechens operates. Some of them are in Turkey, and a Ukrainian citizen is coordinating their actions, Kadyrov wrote on his Telegram channel. According to the information held by the head of Chechnya, Ukraine allegedly finances the group, which, according to him, aims to undermine the security of the Chechen Republic and to recruit Chechen people to carry out illegal activities. Furthermore, he expressed his desire, emphasizing that those who allegedly cooperate with Ukraine should be deported from the territory of the Chechen Republic. The Ministry of Internal Affairs, the National Guard of Russia, and the Federal Security Service of the Russian Federation need to deport from the territory of the Republic the parents and brothers of those behind this. Their property should be seized. If they do not stop working for Ukraine, which finances them, then other relatives should be deported as well. The same applies to those who attacked the traffic police post. Kadyrov is quoted as saying by the Russian news outlet TASS. As for the attack itself, it took place on the evening of April 8, 2025, when a local resident of Ochkoy Martin attacked a representative of the Chechen Republic Police with a knife, inflicting life-threatening injuries. The police officer died on the spot, and the local was killed by return fire. Russia is currently conducting various anti-terrorist operations, such as in Dagestan. One of them was performed on March 5, 2025, and 4 people were reported killed. The operation began after unidentified persons opened fire from a car and a chase ensued, during which they were killed. Later, the Russian National Anti-Terrorist Committee stated that they planned to attack the facility of the regional office of the Russian Interior Ministry in the city of Kaspiysk, but did not provide any actual evidence of this. According to published photos, weapons and an ISIS flag were discovered in the place where they lived. On the night of April 10th, Russian forces in Naro-Fominsk, Moscow Oblast, likely shot down one of their own helicopters, mistaking it for a Ukrainian drone, according to an analysis by Ukrainian military outlet Defense Express. Due to the low quality of the nighttime footage, it's difficult to identify the aircraft, but the rotating blades and corresponding noise leave little room for doubt, analysts said. Another video that surfaced online shows the helicopter more clearly, though it remains unclear whether it was a civilian or military aircraft or what model it was. Defense Express noted the glowing rotor blades in the footage are likely due to contour lights installed at their tips to mark the rotor's sweep area. As to why Russian forces fired on their own aircraft, analysts pointed to the type of weapons used: machine guns and possibly Zu-23-2 anti-aircraft cannons, rather than missile-based air defense systems. The likely explanation is that the fire came not from air defense units, but from troops stationed at military bases, the outlet suggested. Naro-Fominsk is home to the permanent garrison of Russia's 4th Separate Guards Tank Division, Kantemirovskaya, a training center of the Frunze Military Academy, and a military fuel depot. Judging by the tracer fire, everyone opened fire at once, the analysts added, referring to the footage. Defense Express emphasized that this is not the first known case of Russian forces firing on their own aircraft after mistaking them for long-range Ukrainian drones. The outlet also expressed doubt that Russian authorities would admit to downing one of their own helicopters in Naro-Fominsk. Late on April 9th, residents in the Moscow suburbs reported hearing an explosion and speculated online that a drone had been shot down. Eyewitnesses also shared video of Russian anti-aircraft crews engaging a target that appeared to be a helicopter. Russia's Federal Air Transport Agency later activated its covert emergency response plan at Vnukovo Airport in Moscow, temporarily halting all arrivals and departures. Similar flight restrictions were imposed at the airport in Kaluga. On the morning of April 10th, Russia's defense ministry claimed its air defenses had downed 42 drones over Bryansk, Kaluga, Kursk, Belgorod, Oryol, Moscow Oblasts, and Russian-occupied Crimea. Meanwhile, Russian pro-government telegram channels alleged that Moscow Oblast had been targeted by a Ukrainian helicopter-type drone, reportedly a Ramsey RZ-500. Ukrainian officials have not commented on the incident. The European Union will delay retaliatory tariffs against the United States for 90 days in a bid to give negotiations a chance, European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen said. The move comes in response to sweeping new tariffs introduced by the Trump administration on April 2nd, targeting imports from about 185 countries. The highest tariffs, up to 50%, were imposed on Lesotho and the French overseas territory of Saint-Pierre and Miquelon. A baseline tariff of 10% applies to countries not specifically named, including Ukraine. Russia was notably absent from the list.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Every day. We had a guy last week at 6 rescues in 6 days. He's doing the job every day.